Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you a quick way to make a mystical agriculture farm automated using Mekanism only. Now I'm playing all the mods 10, so I have a specific amount of mods that are making this possible, so just make sure you have some sort of substitute if you're not using these mods. For example, I have pylon, a harvester pylon that auto harvests all of these crops and puts them in this barrel. Now, to begin the actual tutorial, you need to make sure you're able to craft a few formulaic assemblicators, an energy source, and a few cables. I only made it look this complicated because I like complicated setups. You can make it look however you want. And a logistical sorter. The way this works is fairly simple. The farm is being harvested by the harvester pylon, which is then sent into this barrel and then outputted using this logistical sorter. Now the way this works is, let's say I have diamond essence. I'm going to set the color to something that resembles the diamond essence, which is cyan, and I'm going to have every item that I have in this farm resemble their own color, and then I'm going to put the cables up to each formulaic assemblicators, and you're gonna make sure that you have an assemblycator for each recipe that you're gonna craft, because those assemblycators can only handle one recipe at a time. And the way this works is simple. As we set the colors earlier, you're gonna take your configurator after setting up the cables and the assemblycators with the input and energy. You're gonna go to the cable. If you have a setup like me, we have the wood essence, for example, set to green, so I set the color to be green. It's gonna eventually come back, so we don't have to worry about this. Once it's set to green, all of the wood essence, which is then harvested by the harvester, it's gonna come to this slot. Hopefully it's not being sent because I changed the color, so I have to kind of break it and change it again. There we go. Now you're gonna have a crafting formula and your recipe materials ready, and you're gonna put the crafting formula over here, or whatever. Yep, there we go. You're gonna put the recipe in and make sure it has a check mark, and then click encode formula. Once you do, it's gonna turn into this. Now once it does, you're gonna ensure that you have stock control on and auto mod on as well, so that it's automated, and it will craft things, send them through that cable for my output, and then into that chest, which is then imported into my storage system thanks to that importer. And that's really about it. If you're gonna use the assemblycator for something else, like a complicated crafting recipe, you're gonna make sure you have stock control on, as this ensures that if, for example, your recipe uses 2 different items, it's gonna make sure it's not gonna craft anything without those 2 items being in these slots. And that's about it really. You're gonna also ensure you have each color assigned to the correct crafter, as if you don't, it's just gonna stay in the chest, and just ensure you have your config set up to input for energy and the output and stuff like that. And that's about it. Hope you all have a great day.